I might say, hey producers, you have the potential to make music for a living, and if they answer with, no I don't, well guess what, they're right and I'm wrong. Here's the thing about people who are successful, they fail all the time and they don't quit based on their failures. They don't let their failures define them. If you let a failure define you, or if you let the lack of progress define you, then you just give up right then and there. No one succeeds the first time, no one succeeds the second time. It's crazy to me when I see people comment that, hey, all the people that you interviewed that are success stories, well, they've been doing this for a long time. So that's not practical advice for you to tell us to do what they did. So you mean to tell me that because, and these are real comments, because some producer that's successful now has been doing this for a long time and trying for a long time, that you should look at them and say, I can never do that because they've been doing it for a long time. I'm unable to do this for a long time. How can I do this for a long time when they've done it for a long time? Do I need to make a video to explain how time works? It's like this, you look into the window at a gym, right? And you see all these muscular people and you might think to yourself, okay, in order to go to the gym, you have to be muscular. I'm not muscular, therefore I'm not going to the gym and working out. That's really, really stupid. But that's how a lot of producers feel looking at more established producers. And even though we see new producers pop up and build their brands out of nowhere, for example, Lifestyle did it, people still act as though it's impossible. We see it happen every day, but they think there must be some secret, there must be some advantage that they had that nobody else had, so they don't even try. They defeat themselves before they even start. And then they don't do it gracefully, they don't do it quietly. They go on everybody's videos and call people out and tell them that they're lying just because somebody like me or somebody like Curtis King or somebody like, I don't know who else, is out there motivating them to try. Self-doubt ends careers before they even start. Self-doubt is worse than failure because you can bounce back from a failure, but self-doubt will prevent you from even trying. Trying means actually doing something, not thinking about doing something, not wanting to do something, not talking about maybe doing something in the future. Trying is doing. Try to do something. And if it doesn't work, maybe you're not doing it right. Maybe you need to get better at it. If you do something for 3 months and it doesn't work, evaluate how you're doing it. Might not be what you're doing, that's the problem. It might be how you're doing it. It might be how you're presenting it. It might be your overall strategy. It might be your overall goals. And I'll show you an example of somebody that wanted to disrespect me on YouTube. And hey, I feel him. He's doing it all wrong and he's angry about it, and I'm gonna explain this. And so you don't wanna be like that person. But you know how many people are waiting for the perfect time to drop an album or release beats on their beat store, build their brand up and get on social media? There are producers who don't even have accounts on Instagram or accounts on BeatStars or Airbit or YouTube channels. They're waiting for the right time. There is no right time. They're not trying. You're not trying. Waiting is not trying. I'm sorry, waiting is not trying. You're defeating yourself. You're not seeing that, you're doubting yourself. You're not seeing that it's possible for you. And if you don't think it's possible for you to succeed, you will not succeed. You just won't. I'm sorry. Because success takes self-direction. It takes action. It takes discipline. It takes consistency. It takes dedication over time, and it takes faith in your own ability to accomplish whatever goal you want to accomplish. And if you don't think you can accomplish that goal, then I can't help. You can't watch any of my videos and get anything from them. You can't read a book about the music industry and get anything from it. You can't go to A3C and get anything from it. A3C changed my life because I listened and I implemented what I learned there. If I had just gone there and said, oh wow, all these people are so successful, I'll never be able to do that, and flew back home and, I don't know, got drunk and just complained and posted on the internet about how everyone was whack and I deserve what they had, I would have not. I bought a house this year, or last year. I don't want to talk about it. Damn it, man. It's a lot of remodeling. But I wouldn't have been able to do that. And I'm not one of those people that gets into all the metaphysical stuff really, but thoughts control your actions. I mean, if I don't think I can do something, I'm probably not going to try. And if I think I can do something, then I'm probably just going to go for it. And if I fail, All right, I try again. It's the simplest concept. It's not this humongous spiritual, sage burning, cosmological conversation I'm having. It's very simple. We know that if you don't think you can run a mile, why would you try? But if you think that eventually you can, and you're going to give it a shot, and you're going to train, eventually you're going to be able to do it probably, and you're going to at least attempt it, and you're not going to have any regrets about not trying. I mean, the first step is doing something. The second step is continuing to do it. And if you doubt yourself, you're never going to do anything. I don't like dwelling on the negative, but some reality checks need to be written. If you can't cash them, that's probably because you just don't have the right amount of perspective in your bank accounts right now. And my patience level is really low for people who don't believe in themselves. If you don't think you can build a career for yourself in music based on your talent and dedication, just move out the way. Or alternatively, change your perspective. Look at those around you for inspiration. It's a very simple concept. It's not always easy to implement, but you either do it or you don't. Those are really your only two choices. If you're in the middle, if you're doing and then not doing and doing and then not doing, that's inconsistency. It's just as bad, if not worse, than never trying. So now let's get into the rant. Look, I'm passionate about that because this is actually my livelihood. I do work minimum of 12 hours a day. I just got off of a tour with Dame Ritter. We were literally traveling back to back to back days. So that was, I'm working 24/7. If I'm not working on the tour, which is a music business traveling pop-up conference, then I'm scrambling to check my emails and do customer service on my BeatStore and keep up with my networks and plan for when I get back all the sessions I have, and run my ads. There's a lot to do every day. I never in my life would tell you that this is something easy to do. This is not a life for everybody. Whenever I interview people, especially the Urban Nerd interview or the conversation I had with Lifestyle Did It, the very first one on Instagram Live that I shared, also on my YouTube channel, we talked about discipline. We talked about imposing a schedule onto yourself. Not anybody can do that. Dame is actually, that's kind of one of his many maxims, which is this music business isn't for everybody. Not everybody's going to succeed. But like I said, before I even tried, I didn't think I could succeed. And now I'm sustaining myself. And I'm very honest about this. And I'll tell you something that happened that I haven't shared. And hopefully Mike doesn't get mad at me for sharing this. But this was a situation where, I've only been doing the online beat licensing thing seriously for about a good year straight. Because prior to that, I was collecting a lot of data. I was running ads, trying to build up customer data, learning the ad systems, which are always changing. And my sales were up and down. They still are. They're a lot more consistent now than they were before. I'm not a top seller on BeatStars. The top sellers on BeatStars are making 6 figures a year plus, even on a high end. Like, I'm not here to pocket watch, whatever. They're good though. The job that I would have gotten with a master's degree pays about half to a third less than what I make on my own doing music, and I have multiple income streams. That's another thing that I'm very upfront about. And you need multiple income streams. That's why I have videos about collecting on your micro syncs and explaining how to do that. That's why I have interviews with Songtrust talking about how to collect your mechanicals and your performance royalties and your micro syncs and every other type of royalty that falls under the publishing umbrella. I wanted to make online beat licensing work, and it wasn't working for me for a really long time. And maybe a year in or 8 months in or something, I felt like I hit a wall. I had a conversation with Mike Trampy about it, who's the person that brought me into BeatStars, not because he was even working for them at the time, just because he was helping them out with marketing, and he felt that I would be a good fit based on having known me for over a decade with that company as an end user. Because I'm an end user, I don't work for them. I do their interviews, obviously, but I asked him, I was like, I don't know, this doesn't seem to be working. And he was probably sick of hearing me complaining. He just said, you know what, maybe licensing beats isn't your thing. Maybe you need to focus more on sound design and kits and stuff. I was like, damn, he might be right. I think 2 months after that is when I started figuring out what worked for me, because what works for me is not going to work for everybody. I can sit here and tell you, yeah, try this kind of marketing, try bulk deals, try consistent uploads, have a catalog of 50 to 100 beats just to start out, work on remarketing, build up an email list. I can tell you run a contest. I can tell you 1,000,001 things that could potentially work and have worked for other people, but I don't know you as a brand. I don't know you as an individual. I don't know what works for you. I don't know what makes sense for you. So it might not work for you. And if you're trying it, you might not be doing it right. You know, I'm not there with you. So my point is, whatever frustrations you're feeling, I'm feeling too. I don't get in front of this camera and sell you a lie. I don't sell you advice that I haven't taken myself. Yes, I get passionate about that, and what I hate to see, maybe hate's too strong a word, it sucks to see in the producer community all of these self-defeating statements, and the more self-defeating statements you make and the more self-defeating your attitude is, you just become self-defeating. And people who are self-defeating, they lose, and you don't want to be a loser, but hey, everyone makes a choice. And so, for example, I put out this video recently, quitting your job to make beats. I just wanted to point out, and a lot of people were mad at me, that, you know, people lose their jobs all the time. And people are like, well, there's a lot of job stability out there if you're a tenured professor. But we're not tenured professors. I have a master's degree, okay? I'm not typical in the music business. Most of us who make music and art don't have master's degrees. All right, and I can't become a tenured professor at my level. I don't have a MD. With a master's degree, my job is unstable. It is. I could lose it at any time if I had gotten a job, a traditional 9-to-5 position with my master's degree. As an independent producer, life sucks. I work a whole lot sometimes. I work a whole lot all the time. I'm just saying it sucks sometimes, but most of the time it's freaking awesome. But I can't fire myself. And there's no ceiling, there's no floor either. So you're either making nothing or you're making, you know, whatever you bring in. Some people they saw the video for what it was. I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm telling you, if you're on the fence because you think getting a job, a traditional 9-to-5, you're not a tenured professor or a heart surgeon watching my damn videos. You're not. If you are, shout out to you. Get back to doing what you're doing because you're making a lot of freaking money. I don't know why you would want to quit that unless you absolutely hated it and it was bad for your physical or mental health. Then, hey, best of luck to you. But for those of you with 9-to-5s that you don't love as much as you would making music, then hey, I'm just telling you it's possible. I'm telling you I did it. I'm telling you other people around me have done it. And if you don't like that, then you're just rejecting reality, and sorry, I can't do anything for you. But yeah, you know, some people, and there's one comment in particular, and I don't like reading these damn comments, but this just completely summarizes the self-defeat that's rampant in the producer community. And hey, if you're self-defeating, if you don't try, someone else is going to try and get what you could have done, or get what you could have gotten and do what you could have done. So I don't know who this person is, but he's calling my video clickbait. Because Michael Jordan was a living, breathing peer playing basketball, we should all quit our jobs to play basketball. Okay. Yondo, Dream Life, established brands, done it for years, varied revenue streams, and probably had a nest egg. That's a major assumption. We have no idea. Yondo's located in Vietnam. Dream Life, actually, I interviewed him, and no, he didn't have a nest egg. That's what he said. Those are his words. No actual proof of making $50K a year like a PayPal monthly statement, blah, blah, blah. Pumping BeatStars shit. I don't know what he means by that. Congratulations, bro. You got some watch time out of me. Thank you. You've turned into Curtis King. Also, thank you. I respect him, so that's not really an insult. Standing in front of a camera offering max bullshit. So here's my thing. And my reply was friendly. I thanked him. I don't know if this is a prayer emoji or high five, but whatever. Praying for him, and I'm high-fiving him for really trying sarcasm with me, and he's a 6 out of 10. So he's mad. He's very mad. He's cussing up a storm. I'm a bum. I'm just like Curtis King. 7 months ago was the last time he uploaded. He hasn't tried. And there are all these people just like him that haven't actually tried, that have a problem with what I'm saying. It's too vague. Your advice is too vague. You're just saying just be like Michael Jordan. No, that's not what I'm saying. And if that's what you think I'm saying, and if you watch my videos and think that I'm not offering any specific practical advice, then you're watching with the window minimized and the volume shut off. And that's on you. I'm not here to hold your hand through this process. I'm here to give you information and share my experiences. Posting Ariana Grande lyrics and then mixing that with type beats probably isn't a good strategy, because the people listening to Ariana Grande are 15-year-old girls who don't rap and buy beats. They don't buy Tierra Whack type beats. They probably don't even know who she is. She's one of the dopest rappers out, one of the dopest new rappers out. But you're telling me someone who's doing this for a living turned into Curtis King and is spouting off max bullshit when you're making videos for 15-year-old girls and wondering why you're not selling any beats. Your channel says beats. These aren't beats. These are Janelle Monáe lyrics. No wonder you're mad, because you're doing it wrong. If you search on YouTube how to sell more beats, there's all this stuff. You might not like what people are saying because it doesn't directly apply to you. They're not reaching out to you directly and saying, hey Charles, here's your 5-step program to becoming a millionaire in the next 6 months. No one's providing that for anybody, and you're a goddamn fool if you think that's what the game is gonna be like. But look, like I said, you think there's not practical information out. You think I'm not giving practical information out. Let's try this. How to sell. Look, this is my video. That's my face. Yeah, this is my blurry ass face with my old webcam. This is an hour and a half long. We're talking about ad manager. We're talking about Instagram and Facebook ads. We're talking about cold versus warm audiences. We're talking about data collection and remarketing. This is also on my channel. We're talking about pixels. If you don't know what a pixel is, then you're missing out on all of your remarketing and customer tracking strategy. Period. You don't know what a lot of people don't know what pixels are. Guess what they're not doing? Marketing effectively. I've been doing the first cold audience strategy for 2 months now, and this works better than anything else I tried. Okay, cool. Shout out to him. He tried. People try. People who don't try and complain lose. And if you lose and you fail, who cares? Everybody lost. Everybody failed. You got to learn how to just fail with grace. If you fail, pick yourself back up. I don't know, man. You don't remember when we were kids and in elementary school gym class, they had posters that, like, quitters never win or whatever. In my gym, they got one that says something to the extent of, you might see me fail, but you'll never see me quit. The old school cat, the hang in there like the damn cat. If a cat can hang from a tree branch, you cannot act like a crybaby and try again if your Facebook ads aren't working. Try again if your YouTube strategy isn't working. Look, if you've already made the choice, if you've already made a commitment to believing that you will fail and that everybody will fail, and that anybody who doesn't have an established brand already will fail, which doesn't make any damn sense, because no producer that I know came in the game with fans and sales and a customer base and customer data already. That's your choice. This is your choice. You don't like what I'm saying? Your choice. You stop watching. But if you're watching and you want to try. And don't just try what I did. Try what Curtis King did. Watch Lifestyle Did It's videos. Watch Chris Punsalon's videos. Watch Busyworks. Watch all these dudes. I don't care who you watch. If they provide value to you and you try their techniques and their strategies, the ones that they're giving to you for free, and they work, then they're good. It's not my life. I'm failing every day in my life and succeeding. That's the balance. That's what it is. That's what I signed up for. So I can't complain and blame anybody for my failures because I'm running my own business. I am my own employee. I am my own supervisor. Who can I blame? I have bad days all the time. Who do I blame? You're gonna have bad days. And the second you stop consistently doing what you started. What did Dame say on the tour? I'm gonna end on this. He said, it's really difficult to build momentum. It's really easy to lose it. And it is. And that's why I spent a whole damn day before I went on this week-long MEC tour. I spent a whole day scheduling all of my YouTube videos, all of my BeatStars uploads, all of my Beat Club sample uploads, all of my Facebook posts. I spent a whole day doing that because I didn't want to lose momentum. The people that watch my videos, that listen to my beats, that license my beats, that use and purchase my sample kits, you matter. That's why I do this. So if you expect videos from me every day and I stop, I'm letting you down. And that affects me because you're just gonna go somewhere else, and I don't blame you. So I couldn't blame anybody for that. I gotta take responsibility. We all have to take responsibility. Try stuff out. I don't want to be one of these bitter guys that hits 50 and is still mad that someone else took the opportunity that he decided he wasn't good enough for, or that he decided that he could have never gotten even if he had tried, so he just didn't try. That's not who I wanted to be. And if I fail tomorrow, I tried. I'm not failing right now. Life is great right now. And it's amazing that I came from, wanting to quit and having a conversation with Mike Trampe about quitting to where I am now, and I'm overwhelmed by all the opportunities coming in because I stuck with it. I was consistent. I was stubborn. Yeah, I saved my money when I made it as much as I could. Hey, if I motivate you to try, I've done my job. Much success to you. Peace.